Now, you might remember the controversial undercover sting when the Daily Telegraph took a Jewish man into an anti-Israel cafe to see what the reaction would be. That was Cairo Takeaway in Newtown in Sydney, where the owner had been outspoken about Israel on social media. Well, tonight I can report that the Jewish man involved in that story, Ofir Birenbaum, is suing the cafe's owners for defamation after accusing them of making inaccurate claims about his conduct. The case is appearing in court for the first time tomorrow. Ofir, who is a prominent Jewish activist, has retained the powerhouse legal team Sue Chrysanthu and Rebecca Giles. The Telegraph took Birenbaum into Cairo Takeaway Cafe in Sydney, with him wearing a Magen David, a Star of David, to see if there'd be any reaction from the cafe.
Tuesday afternoon and Cairo Takeaway Cafe is buzzing when a man wearing a Star of David cap walks in and orders a hibiscus tea. He moves to the back of the cafe wearing glasses with a camera. He turns them on and he leaves.
Now, the cafe's owner and other staff posted about the stunt prolifically on social media, and their version of events was believed. It sparked a huge backlash from the media and politicians. Everyone from the Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke down condemned the Daily Telegraph. Tony Burke said, deliberately provoking people in some pathetic game to try and get a reaction is irresponsible and runs counter to the national interest. And the media were brutal, accusing the Telegraph of trying to stir up anti-Semitism. But no one seemed to notice when Cairo Takeaway quietly withdrew many of the claims they'd made publicly. Now, instead of repeating the outrageous claims, I'm going to read you their retraction. Cairo Takeaway posted on their Instagram account, "We accept that Mr. Birenbaum did not make threats to staff. We accept that other than ordering tea, Mr. Birenbaum said nothing else inside our restaurant. We accept that Mr. Birenbaum did not say to our staff, 'Do you have a problem with me because I'm Jewish?' Or, 'You're intimidating me, you're making me feel unsafe,' or, 'I hope your restaurant gets blown up,' or, 'Do you want to start something?' or, 'You Arabs make good tea.' We had no evidence that Mr. Birenbaum is associated with a far-right hate group or that he was advancing such a group's activities on the day. Mr. Birenbaum did not verbally taunt or become verbally confrontational with our staff. Mr. Birenbaum was not physically pulled away from the scene by the Daily Telegraph crew." The cafe's emphatic denial gives you a fair idea of the accusations that had been levelled against Ofir. But despite this statement, no one publicly bothered to set the record straight, not the media, and certainly not the politicians. The overall perception was that Ofir had attempted to fabricate an anti-Semitic incident, when in fact, the video evidence shows he walks in, politely orders a hibiscus tea, and then walks out. The accusations were incredibly distressing for him, and so he is suing the cafe, its owner, and its chef for defamation. And again, it'll be in court tomorrow for the first time. Lawyers for the cafe, Stuart O'Connell of O'Brien Criminal and Civil Lawyers, told the Age newspaper, "Now it is going to court. We have instructions to staunchly defend this claim, and Mr. Birenbaum is going to have a real fight on his hands." Now, there were actually several cafes that Ofir and the Daily Telegraph visited over the course of the day. Cairo Takeaway was among them because of highly offensive comments the owner had made where he said Zionist pigs should stay away. The Daily Mail reported that in response to a social media comment about a mural of a raised fist in the colours of the Palestinian flag, and I'm quoting here from the Daily Mail, the owner of a popular Sydney restaurant has told narcissistic Zionists to stay away from his venue in an abusive post on Instagram. Mr. El Masri wrote, "Cairo restaurant does not want narcissistic Zionist pigs like yourself coming into our restaurant. People like yourself are not welcome here, and anywhere for that matter. The walls are closing in on your type. Your narrative is becoming old. F off. So just to be clear, that wasn't directed towards Ofir, that was directed towards someone who had a comment or complaint about a Palestinian mural. And the chef at that cafe had posted this on June the 6th, 2024. October 7 wasn't nearly enough. And this on June the 13th, 2024. There are no Zionist civilians, they are all murdering lunatics. October 7 wasn't nearly enough. And the owner of the restaurant, Hashem El Masri, has posted content like this. Israel is a terrorist nation. Share if you believe. Let the whole world know. And this on October 14, 2023, just a week after the terror attacks on Israel. Israel is a racist, supremacist state. That was just 7 days after the October 7th slaughter of Israeli babies, children, teenagers at a music festival and entire families in cold blood. Now, should the Daily Telegraph have conducted a social experiment to see how people who hold these views would treat a Jew? Now, you might argue it's too risky and too provocative. But I've personally often wondered how I would be treated as a Jew in hostile environments. Social experiments like this have been done in the past and are a legitimate form of journalism. The only reason this became a controversy was because of the cafe's version of events and the claims made by the cafe about Birenbaum's conduct, which were believed instantly, even with the Home Affairs Minister. Because no one waits for the facts anymore, not even the Albanese government. And as a result, this entire case will now be ventilated in a courtroom.